Hello, are you ready to play the daily New York Times games? My name is Mara, and this is Mindfully Crocheted Unraveled. Today I'm going to be unraveling the New York Times games, Wordle, Strands, and Connections for Sunday, August 31st, 2025. So, spoiler alert, if you haven't already done your New York Times games for today, I do encourage you to pause this video and do that first, and then come back and compare and see how we did. Of course, you're always welcome to follow along with me as I solve the puzzles, and I just appreciate it if afterward you leave a kind comment down below as to what you thought. I always start with Wordle, so without further ado, I'm going to bring up my wheel of Wordle start words and select my starting word for today. Okay, I'm going to shuffle these up. Second, okay, it's on the wrong tab. Shuffle these up. Make it full screen. Here we go. Bluer. Okay, bluer. All right, I'm going to pause my recording while I bring up my phone and we will get to solving Wordle. Okay, I have my phone screen pulled up. Going to open up my New York Times Games app. Give it a couple seconds just in case it wants to. Yes, there we go. I'm going to scroll down to Wordle. Go ahead, add another day to your 370-day streak, August 31st, 2025. Bluer. Bluer. Here we go. Okay, well, we've got the L and the E in the incorrect spot. I'm going to try least. Get some different letters in there and move the E and the L around. Ooh, oh my goodness. Okay. Wow. All right, so I got 3 letters in the wrong spot, and now I have the E in the correct spot. Okay. What can we do here? So does the T start the word? Like T-E something? A-L? Okay, wait a second. It could also be something E-T-A-L. Okay, how many words do we have? Okay, we have pedal. Kettle, no, kettle's not spelled that way. And metal. So let's see. I'm going to try pedal and then metal. Well, I'm going to try pedal. And if I've got the, well, wait a minute. What else could it be? Could it also be something like E-L-T-A, like delta? Okay, I'm going to go with my first. Okay, I think there for me, I can only see like 3 more words: pedal, metal, delta. So I'm going to try them in that order. Okay, pedal. Oh, Yes. All right. Got it in 3. Awesome. Okay. My current and max streak are 371, and I have played 708 games. Ooh, wow. Petal strands. Go ahead, add another day to your 54-day streak, blah, blah, blah. Right. August 31st, 2025. Up the hill. Okay. Up the hill, like Jack and Jill went up the hill. And oh my goodness, look, Jack and Jill going up the hill. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. Jack and Jill went up the hill, well, I'm seeing fetch, to fetch a pail of water. I see the word tumbling here, but I'm going to wait. To fetch a pail of water, Jack fell down and broke his crown. Oh, I missed the word pail. Darn. Okay. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down, broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after. Okay, so I got the spanogram, then I got the remaining 7 words. They've done some other ones like this where you have to, I think it was back in July, they did it with like the Constitution, like the preamble or something. Anyway, let's move on to connections. Group words that share a common thread. Sunday, August 31st. Go ahead, add another day to your 94-day streak. Okay, here we go. Our 16 connections words are drum, bass or bass, fish, cards, fiddle, roast, does. I suppose this could also be like doze, doze, flame, chop, axes, axis, blast, dice, coordinate or coordinate. Oh gosh, there's so many words. Coordinate or coordinate, pieces, board, and bash. Okay, well, right off, I'm seeing like pieces, board, dice, cards for maybe board game supplies. Okay, should I try it? I'm not going to be hasty. Let me do my screenshot. Bring this up. Okay, let me switch colors to yellow. All right. Let's see. So there's like bash, blast, roast. For criticizing someone, like you roast someone, you blast them, you bash them. What would our 4th word be? Drum, bass or bass, fish, like maybe flame or chop. All right, I'm going to switch colors to green. So the only thing I could see would be like bass or bass, does or does, like there's different ways to pronounce it. Axis or axes, coordinate, coordinate. So just there's different ways to pronounce the word and they have different meanings. Okay, and then, but what would, oh no, okay, I was like hit the submit button by accident. I meant to, but it's just a screenshot, so it's not gonna mess anything up. I'm gonna switch over to blue. So then that leaves drum and fish and fiddle. And then flame or chop. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about at least the board pieces, like dice and cards, maybe something that you use for a board game. I want to try that. And then, but then what am I going to try after? I'm not feeling confident. Okay, coordinate axes. All right, let me delete my screenshot. And I'm going to go ahead and try this. Probably yellow. No, it's green. Common components of board games. Okay. All right. Then it's like roast, blast, bash. Under. Okay, let me fiddle. Fiddle. I don't know, the coordinate, axes, bass, bass, does. Hold on, I'm going to take a sip of my tea. But if it's bass, then there would be like bass, drum, fiddle as musical instruments. But is there a fourth one? So let me deselect these. So like fiddle, drum, bass. Is there another musical instrument? I'm going to try this. If I get it wrong, then I'm going to try to figure out something else. Maybe try the bash, blast, roast, and something. Let me try it. Heteronyms. Okay, I don't know exactly what a heteronym is, but maybe it's what I said. You can pronounce it different ways. Axis, axes, base, bass, coordinate, does and does, like the plural for dough. I don't know. It was right. And it's the blue category. Okay, so that leaves us purple and yellow. Yellow should be fairly straightforward, which is most likely our synonyms: bash, blast, roast. Okay. Chop or flame. I mean, I've never really heard of chop as flame. Maybe, I mean, flame kind of comes from, like, is maybe a root in the word inflammatory, flammable. So flame, maybe to flame somebody is to be inflammatory about them or something. I think that's more likely than chop. So I'm going to try it as our yellow category. Okay, criticize harshly. All right. And then chop, fiddle, fish, and drum. Let me think. This is purple. What can this be? Chop, chop, pork chop, fiddle chop. I wonder if it's like a fill in the blank kind of a thing. I'm going to pause for just a second while I clear my throat. Okay. All right. Chop, fiddle, fish, drum, fiddle, third fish, chop house, fiddle house, fish house. No. Chop, lamb chop, lamb fiddle. No. Drum, snare fish. No. Drum. Anyway, by default, we get it. And I'm just not getting it. Sticks. Okay. Chopsticks, fiddlesticks, drumsticks, fish sticks. Gotcha. Okay. Well, I've maintained my streak. My current streak is 95. My max streak is 251. And I have played this game 367 times. All right. I'm going to look up at some point what heteronyms are, but feel free to leave a comment below if you know what the definition of that is. I really appreciate you watching today, and I hope you enjoyed those puzzles. I meant to remove my phone. In a new location, I'm thrown off. Anyway, tomorrow I'll be back at home, and I appreciate you watching. I appreciate it if you leave a kind comment down below in the description box and like this video, maybe share it out. Subscribe if you haven't already, and check out all those videos in my playlist down in the description box. Don't forget to put a little play in your day. Take care and be kind.